Hey everyone, Stephen Galunka here with a Willow Ridge pond fishing report. Today I managed to get 11 bass, and I can guarantee you fish on a frog by the boat ramp. By the boat ramp. It is covered in weeds tomorrow. I really got to tell the DNR, but they are destroying our pond, but I'm making the best of it. All you have to do is throw a frog in that weed bed and they will blow up. I must have missed 20 fish today. I managed to get one somehow, but the fishing is on fire. Unfortunately, a lot of small fish were caught today. Some 4-inch bass that are a product of the recent spawn. I did manage to get a decent sized bass, which if you follow my notebook, it's a medium sized fish. They are still biting the inline spinner. Bigger hooks mean bigger fish. And weeds are everywhere, so you are wondering what to do. Well, one of our peers today managed to catch an ice cream cone bass, a little bigger than an ice cream cone bass, on a rubber worm, a single hook, a very nice catch, very impressive. Anyways, the fish aren't really in front of my McMansion anymore. They are now concentrated in the weeds. They will always be in the weeds. They will always hide, and they will strike that frog as soon as it goes near them. They hide in the weeds very close to shore, inches from shore, and you can pop your frog across the weeds. Just let it sit there, throw it in there, and make sure you keep your distance, because if they see your pole over the water, if you are real close to the moss, they will run away and hide. If you keep your distance and cast right in the weeds, pop it a few times, try to get it to land in some water, and just let it sit for maybe 5 seconds, and sure enough, there will be a topwater bite. Anyway, I can guarantee you, fishing the boat ramp in the moss, if you use a frog, you will catch fish. I'm catching most of them on the opposite end of the pond from my McMansion, and the pond changed. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. The pond changed. I guess they sprayed for weeds again. I haven't been there in maybe a week and a half, but the pond changed. Um, all along the shores and the long side of the pond, um, you have to fish deep. You have to fish deep because it is very shallow. And the honey hole, which I was pulling like 4 bass out of in like 5 minutes, by the tree, I had no luck over there today. I did not throw a plastic worm. I think if you threw a plastic worm in that hole, you will catch fish. But they are still biting the Rapala floater and the frog. They love the frog in the pond, and it is tomorrow would be a perfect day to go throw the frog. Just throw it right in the weeds. Um, I saw on YouTube, Dink Dangler. He has a frog and he is just reeling his frog in. I know nothing about that. I always pop it while I reel and I let it sit. Um, yeah, I must have lost like 15 fish, guys, in those weeds. It was so frustrating, but I did manage to pull one out. Wearing my new New York hat, which I already gave away, but I put it on, and sure enough, I managed to pull out a pretty good sized bass. Anyway, they love those inline spinners. They love the Rapala floater, and a lot of bass are hanging out on the opposite end of the pond. And there's not much weeds, but you may have to keep your rod tip up when power fishing, because if you will get weeds, they will still bite your lure if there's a little bit of weeds on there. The sight fishing was a lot better today. I couldn't believe how good it was. It was nothing like the 1st of June, but you can still watch them bite your lure in some areas of the pond, sunshine permitted. God, I love the sun. Um, how to catch fish. I want you guys to catch fish in Willow Ridge, and I will teach you for free. I can guarantee bites at the Metro Park. I can guarantee bites first. I say 5 minutes, but really, I can guarantee them almost every single cast. If you're having problems, you can hire me. I'm a shoreline guide. If you want to book a trip, a private lesson on my private pond, I can guarantee bass. I can't guarantee the size of them, but I do have the lures. You have to bring your own. rod and reel, but I can guarantee bites at the Metro Park within 5 minutes, and I can guarantee fish if you want to book a private lesson from me. I am 100% serious. I'm a professional. Anyways, the spots, look at the map. You should be able to remember the map from my last report. They're on the opposite end of the pond, and I'm actually catching them closer to my house on that side of the tree. On the other side of the tree, on the opposite end of the McMansion, that's where I caught the majority of my fish because it is deep. I would make long casts. If you got the frog or you're on the adjacent side of the pond, you can catch just right off the shallows parallel to shore and drag them. You guys should be have no problem pulling in 5 fish in an hour or 2 hours. You guys, if you guys are not catching fish in abundance, you are doing something wrong. But yeah, I would stay away from my house. I would stay away over there. I was having no luck over there. It looks you could sight fish it, and there was very little bluegill over there. There appeared to be no weeds. There were a couple isolated beds, but yeah, throw a frog in those weeds. I'll guarantee you fish, or guarantee an explosion. You still have to set the hook. But yeah, uh, it looks the spawn is over, and there's a lot of 4-inch bass in there. But like I said, a bigger hook will catch you bigger fish. Um, there's a lot of weeds. I don't know if they're going to die off. I suspect they're going to die off. So if you want to fish a frog, if you love fishing frogs, if you love frogs, and you want to catch fish on a frog, just throw it by the doe. Just throw it in the weeds. It is so fun. You can just throw it and you will get a topwater bite immediately. Um, yeah. Stay away from my house. Um, the hole on the south side of my house haven't been having much luck on. The pond changed drastically. It is very shallow over there, and you have to cast from distance or cast really deep. It is hard not to get weeds, but the bass will chase your lure, and they will bite after end. So keep your rod tip up, keep it away from the weeds, and you can even try slowing down your power fishing as you come right to shore. And a lot of times you will see a flash of silver, and you will get that fish. Like I said, I pulled out 11 fish, and it was nothing. And Tyler's Real Fishing, I invited him to our pond. He did not respond to my messages. Unfortunately, it is basically a trophy pond. Yeah. So everything is good. I want you guys to catch fish, and I'm trying to teach you to catch fish. I am at 115 fish this season. Yeah. Haven't done Texas rig once this season, and that's the best bait for the pond, you know. What else? What else? What else? I guess that sums it up. Frogs are in season, right on the weeds. Pop, pop, or real, real, boom. Guaranteed bites, guaranteed fish. You might want to use a stiffer rod because the fish will bite it and swim down. A lot of times you won't even see the fish bite it. You would just hear the top water explosion, and I don't even feel the fish sometimes. But yeah, you got to reel in fast. When you see that pop, you probably will not even see the fish. You got to reel in fast, or if you got a tight line, just set the hook immediately. Uh, Randy Blackout, he is recommending wait with the frog. I would not wait with the frog because they spit the frog out fast. They realize that is not food and they spit it out fast. I have no clue what he's talking about. That is my opinion at this moment, to wait with the frog. No, if you are fishing and you see that fish have your lure in its mouth, set the hook. Do not wait. I tried to wait today with the frog. I was just practicing, and I had no success with it. That tap water, the pop, the soft thud, and the lure getting dragged under. Reel really fast and set the hook. You know, um, Yeah, the pond is thriving, and have fun fishing out there. And if you are not from Willow Ridge, you are not welcome to fish that pond. Hope you guys have a good week, and we will see you in about a week.